Picture this. You walk into a store, maybe Best Buy. Maybe you're scrolling through Amazon late at night, and suddenly, everything around you is labeled smart. Smart displays, smart cameras, smart assistants, smart plugs, smart lights, smart everything. And every single one of them is promising the same thing, that your life is about to get a whole lot easier. But here's the problem, and this is what most people never figure out until they've already spent the money. Most of these devices are not designed for someone over 75. They are designed to sell, not to simplify, not to genuinely help, not to make your mornings calmer or your nights more comfortable. They are designed to look impressive in a 30-second store demo, catch your eye on a product page, and move off the shelf as fast as possible. And the tactics these companies use? They are not that different from the tricks TV manufacturers have been pulling on shoppers for years. Walk into any showroom, and those TVs are running in demo mode, colors cranked up, brightness maxed out, so they look far better than they ever will in your living room. Smart home devices do the exact same thing. The store demo is flawless. The app setup at home? That is a completely different story. Because what you're really getting behind that slick packaging is often a confusing app that needs updating every few weeks. A subscription you did not know you were signing up for? Features that sound incredible, but that you will never actually use. And an interface that rearranges itself overnight after a software update. So the button you found yesterday is not where it used to be. So what looks easy in a store can quickly become a source of real, daily frustration once it is sitting on your kitchen counter. And that is exactly where most people make the mistake. They buy what looks impressive instead of what actual 6 of the most popular smart home devices you will find at major retailers right now, from the worst traps that will create more problems than they solve, all the way up to the ones that can genuinely change your daily life for the better. Let's get into it. Number 6, Arlo Pro 5 S2K. Security cameras are everywhere right now, and the Arlo Pro line shows up at the top of almost every recommendation list. And for good reason. The video quality on the Arlo Pro 5S is genuinely strong. 2000 pixel resolution means you can actually make out faces, license plates, and important details in a way that cheaper cameras simply cannot. The night vision is reliable. The app, compared to Ring's cluttered interface, is cleaner and easier to move around in. If you want to know clearly what is happening outside your front door, this camera will show you. But it is not frictionless, and for someone over 75, that still matters. Setup requires connecting the camera to your home's Wi-Fi network, which means knowing your network name, your password, and going through a multi-step pairing process in the app. Positioning the camera so it covers the right area without blind spots takes some trial and error. And like Ring, the features most people care most about, cloud storage for recorded clips, extended video history, advanced motion detection, require a paid subscription. Budget shoppers feel this one especially. The camera itself is not cheap, and then discovering that the best features are not included in the purchase price feels like a bait and switch. That frustration is completely understandable, and it is one of the most consistent complaints from real buyers. Reliable protection with a few strings attached. Number 5, Casa Smart Plug Mini EP25. This tiny device is usually buried on the lower shelves, easy to walk right past. And that is a real shame, because the Casa Smart Plug Mini might be the single most practical first step into smart home technology available right now. Here is what it does. You plug it into any standard wall outlet. Plug whatever you want into it: a lamp, a coffee maker, a fan, a space heater, and then you can control that device with your voice or your phone. Turn it on, turn it off, set a schedule so it happens on its own every day. That is it. That is the whole product. And the value is in that beautiful simplicity. There is almost no learning curve here. You plug it in, open the Casa app, follow a brief 3-step setup, and you are done. The app is one of the cleanest in the entire smart home space. The plug responds quickly. None of the lag you get with cheaper alternatives. It works with both Alexa and Google, so it fits into whatever setup you might already have in your home. The price is low enough that trying one is nearly zero financial risk. And consistently across thousands of verified reviews, buyers say the exact same thing. It just works. Every single time. Think about what that means in your day-to-day life. A lamp in the bedroom that turns itself off at 10 o'clock every night. A coffee maker that has a pot ready before you get out of bed. A fan that comes on automatically in the afternoon. All of it happening without touching a single switch. Small device. Massive everyday convenience. Now we are entering the devices that truly remove effort rather than create it. Quick reality check, because we are at the halfway point, and it is worth stepping back for a moment. Every device we have looked at so far has had some version of the same problem. Not because these products are necessarily bad. Some of them are actually very good at what they do. The problem is that most smart home devices you see at retailers like Walmart are not designed to be simple. They are designed to look impressive in 30 seconds. And just like TVs with exclusive model numbers that make price comparisons impossible, many smart home devices hide their real complexity behind easy setup labels and cheerful packaging. You do not find out how much work is involved until you have already opened the box. Even price drops can mislead you. A lower price on a smart home device often does not mean better value. It can mean an older version, a stripped-down experience, or a product that got cut because a newer model made it obsolete. If this already saved you from making the wrong device purchase, hit subscribe. The next 5 might shock you. Number 4. Amazon Echo Dot, 5th generation. You will see stacks of these near the checkout counters, small, round, and usually priced to move. The Echo Dot earns its place in those high-volume spots because it is the easiest entry point into smart home living that Amazon makes. And the 5th generation is meaningfully better than the versions that came before it. The voice recognition is noticeably improved. You do not need to be standing right next to it. You do not need to speak slowly or repeat yourself. It picks up natural conversational speech reliably from across a room, which matters enormously for anyone who finds touch screens difficult to navigate due to arthritis or other physical changes that come with age. The things it does well, it does very well. Set a reminder for a specific time. Make a hands-free phone call to family. Ask for the weather forecast. Request a medication reminder that repeats every day. Add something to a shopping list. Play music or an audiobook. Control a smart plug you have already set up. Setup is minimal compared to everything else we have looked at so far. You plug it in, open the Alexa app on your phone, and the device walks you through the rest in plain, simple language. Once the setup is done, most people never need to open the app again. They just talk to the device. This product is widely used by older adults for daily routines, and that widespread adoption is not an accident. It does not overpromise. It does not try to do everything. It does a focused set of things reliably, day after day, without surprises. Simple, dependable, actually useful. But adding a screen to that experience changes everything, and that is exactly where we are headed next. Number 3, Amazon Echo Show 8, 3rd generation. This is where things finally start to feel genuinely intuitive. The Echo Show 8 takes everything the Echo Dot does well and adds something that changes daily life in a real way. A screen. An 8-inch display that is large enough to read comfortably, but not so large that it becomes visually overwhelming. And this is the version that gets the balance exactly right, in a way the bigger Echo Show 15 completely misses. The display is bright and sharp, Text is easy to read at a normal distance. Faces are clear on video calls. Recipe steps are legible from across the kitchen counter. The interface is noticeably smoother and less cluttered than the larger model. Amazon designed the Show 8 with actual usability in mind, and you can feel that difference from the moment you start using it. The speakers are strong enough that you do not need to strain to hear what is being said, which matters far more than most product reviews ever acknowledge. Video calling is where this device earns its keep in a way that no other product on this list can match. Family members can call in. You can call back. If someone you love lives far away, having this device on the kitchen counter makes staying connected feel natural and effortless in a way that wrestling with a small phone screen never does. Routine management is equally strong. Morning reminders, medication alerts with visible on-screen notifications so you do not just hear a chime and forget what it was for. A calendar you can actually see. Weather forecasts shown visually, not just read aloud. The Echo Show 8 is frequently recommended specifically for people over 75, and that recommendation is genuinely earned. It does not try to do too much. It meets you where you are. The verdict: the sweet spot device. The best balance of visibility and usability in the entire smart display category. Now we move into the top two, and these feel genuinely different from everything that came before them. Number 2, Apple HomePod Mini. This one feels different the moment you use it, and that difference is real. The clearest way to describe it is this: the HomePod Mini is the only smart home device in this entire ranking that does not feel like it is asking anything of you. There are no ads on the screen, no rotating suggested content, no widgets competing for attention, no interface that rearranges itself after an overnight update. You set it up once, and if you already use an iPhone, that setup takes minutes, not a half hour. And then it simply exists in your home, ready when you need it, invisible when you do not. Apple's ecosystem is uniquely stable. Where Google has been pulling back from Assistant and Amazon is constantly adding features that subtly change how their devices behave. Apple's approach to the HomePod Mini has been consistent and controlled from the start. It works the same way it worked the day you bought it. The performance does not drift. The experience does not degrade over time. For users who already own an iPhone or an iPad, a significant portion of people in this age group, the integration is completely seamless. Music playing on your phone continues on the HomePod Mini without a single button press. Timers set on your phone show up on the device. Calls can move between your phone and the speaker effortlessly. Privacy is handled differently here too. Apple processes Siri requests on the device itself whenever possible, rather than sending data to outside servers the way competitors routinely do. Users come back to one word when they talk about this product above everything else: reliable. It works the same way every single day without drama. The HomePod Mini is like a light switch. You never think about how it works. You just reach for it, and it is always exactly where you expect it to be. But the number one device on this list is not flashy. It does not have a screen. It does not play music or make phone calls. And it might change your everyday life more than anything else we have covered today. Number 1. Lutron Caseta Smart Lighting Starter Kit. This does not even look like a smart device when you first see it. It looks like a light switch, because that is essentially what it is. Physical buttons on the wall, right where you have always expected them to be. You press up, the lights come on. You press down, they dim. You press the bottom button, they go off. Nothing to learn. Nothing new to adjust to. No app required to turn your lights on. And yet, underneath that completely familiar experience, this is one of the most capable and dependable smart home systems available at any price point. Here is what makes the Caseta system genuinely different from everything else on this list. It does not force you to choose between smart control and physical control. Most smart lighting systems replace your Wall switches with app-dependent controls, meaning that if your phone is not nearby, or if a visitor does not have the app, or if you simply do not feel like dealing with technology at that moment, you are stuck. The Caseta system keeps physical buttons on the wall. Smart control is an addition to your life, not a replacement for what you already knew. And more importantly, critically, the Caseta system works even when your Wi-Fi is down. That is something almost no other smart home product can say. Lutron built their system on a proprietary wireless protocol, specifically because Wi-Fi is unreliable. When a storm knocks out your internet, when your router acts up, when service drops for a few hours, your lights still work. Every other device on this list becomes unreliable or completely non-functional during an outage. The Caseta system keeps going. The response is immediate. When you press the button, the lights respond. Not after a command routes through an app, through your Wi-Fi router, through a server somewhere, and back again. Instantly. Every single time. Lutron has been building lighting control systems for decades. They are not a technology startup trying to figure out what reliability means. Reliability is what this company was founded on, and that history shows up directly in this product. The Caseta system earns the highest marks in its category for dependability year after year, without interruption. Setup does require replacing your existing light switches, which means a handyman visit or a handy family member. That is the one honest caveat. But once it is done, it is done. No app to update monthly, no interface to relearn, no subscription fee waiting quietly in the background. The Caseta system is the closest thing to zero-effort home automation you can own, the kind of upgrade that works so well, so consistently, that you stop thinking of it as technology at all and start thinking of it as just how your home works now. That is why it is number one. Let's look at those top three together for a moment, because they share something important that every device below them does not. Number three, the Amazon Echo Show 8 gives you the best balance of visibility and usability in the smart display category, large enough to read easily, focused enough to stay manageable. Voice control, video calling, reminders, on-screen alerts, and a design that genuinely meets you where you are. Number two, the Apple HomePod Mini gives you the cleanest and most stable smart home experience available today. No clutter, no ads, no surprises, no drift over time. If you are already in the Apple world, this fits into your life without a single moment of added friction, and it stays that way. Number one, the Lutron Caseta Smart Lighting Starter Kit gives you something more fundamental than any screen or speaker ever could. It gives you reliable daily control of your home environment through physical buttons that always work, backed by smart automation that quietly runs in the background, Wi-Fi or no Wi-Fi, app or no app, tech comfortable or not. The reason these three stand apart from everything else on this list comes down to a single principle. They remove steps from your life instead of adding them. Everything below them asks something of you. These three give something back. Here is the truth that most retailers are never going to tell you. Smart home devices are not bad. Many of them are genuinely well-made products, but the vast majority of them are built for a specific type of person, someone who enjoys tinkering, someone who likes learning new apps, someone who finds it fun to troubleshoot when something stops working after an update. And if you are over 75, that is probably not what you need from the technology in your home. What you need are devices that work immediately, from day one, not after a learning curve. That stay consistent, the same experience this week as last week in 3 months. From now. And that do not force you to relearn them every time a company pushes an update because their design team decided to rearrange everything. When you break it all down, the 10 devices we covered today fall into 3 clear tiers. There are the traps, devices that look impressive in 30 seconds, and create real confusion at home. There is the middle ground, products that are genuinely useful but still ask more of you than they should. And then there are the winners, the ones that quietly, consistently make everyday life easier without ever demanding your attention. Because the best smart home is not the most advanced one. It is not the one with the most features, the biggest screen, or the most impressive store demo. The best smart home is the one you do not have to think about. And just like choosing the right television, the problem is never really the store, whether that is Costco, Best Buy, or anywhere else. The problem is choosing the wrong product for your actual life. If you are considering a specific device, drop it in the comments below. I will tell you directly whether it is worth your money or a complete waste of it. And if this helped you avoid a bad purchase today, hit subscribe, because the next video might save you even more.